wood cannot be carved, which means that certain people's qualities are not suitable for being educated. Some marbles are seemingly ordinary and common, but when you get to the, okay. Inside. So Ryan, were you thinking of the toy marbles?
What?
Were you thinking of toy marbles when you were writing this line?
What?
Were you thinking of circular toy marbles instead of the sculpting material with this line when you talk about seeing the inside?
Oh,
I
well,
think so. I think, okay, go ahead, Ryan.
well, I just not just don't know what is like the marble really like in the reality. So that's why there's like some kind of like
Okay,
stones or something.
but were you thinking of the circular marbles? It's okay if you
Oh,
were.
well, I don't know.
It's just the way that you've written it, it's hard to correct with the idea of that because it seems like you're thinking of marbles, the toys, rather than marble, the material. And so we're going to leave this sentence as is, but just to clarify, if you think of the statue of David, for example, probably the most famous statue, that is marble, and that's just a material. It is usually, it doesn't really go with what you're saying here because usually it's not really colorful. It doesn't have a difference from the outside to the inside. It is just sort of a white material. It can come in different colors, but it's not really thought of as colorful. And if you cut into it, you're not going to see something different than what you already saw on the outside, which is why this line is difficult to have in here because it's unrelated to the material of marble. Similarly, education should also be a way of finding and developing people's potentials. I like what you're saying overall here, Ryan. I think it makes sense comparing the two, education and the process of even kind of what you have here when you're talking about differences and you're not always going to sculpt the same way. So you're not going to teach everyone the same way. I think it's an interesting interpretation. I think it makes sense. It just isn't exactly the metaphor of the quote because there was confusion with the context of marble, which is fine.